Hey guys, good morning. I want to give you a little history lesson. A little history lesson on the discussion, not the case itself, but on the true crime case discussion of the case of Christopher Watts. This has nothing to do with the case itself, so nobody here is in love with Christopher Watts. Nobody here is jealous of Shannon Watts. Nobody here is disturbing anybody's ability to rest in peace, or intending to do so, or even capable of doing so. Nope, this is going to be a little discussion on the history of the discussion, like I said, of the case of Christopher Watts. There are a bunch of channel creators who are promoting a bunch of lies, which is never a good thing, you guys. Come on. Really? Really? They're trying to make it appear as if poor little Miss Cindy Watts was recorded by mean Miss Mensa without her knowledge or consent. It's a total lie. So if you are hearing anybody say that or imply that or infer that, then you know you're dealing with a scumbag attacker. It's kind of easy that way, isn't it, to identify who the scumbag attackers are if they're going to sit there and lie about whether or not poor little Miss Cindy Watts was recorded without her knowledge or consent. All you have to do is listen to the audio yourself. It's right online, right where Cindy Watts wants it to be. Listen to the recording. You'll hear the phone ring. You'll hear me make it very clear at the beginning of the phone call that we're making a recording. And then you'll hear the recording in its entirety. And then you'll hear me make it very clear at the end of the recording that it was a recording. If you don't know why I'm pointing these things out, then you might want to do a little research and try to figure it out. Let's just say it matters, okay? Let's just say that probably my gut hunch at the time of the recording was that at some point in time, there would be a scumbag attacker or two who would try to make it sound as if I recorded poor little Miss Cindy Watts against her will, evidently, or without her knowledge or consent. Cindy Watts was not recorded without her knowledge or consent. And I want you to know something. Cindy Watts was not preyed upon by me. Did you know that I did not contact Cindy Watts? Did you know that Cindy Watts contacted me? It's a minor detail, of course, but I think it's one that matters. Because the scumbag attackers who tried so hard to be in contact with Cindy Watts were not contacted by Cindy Watts. Like I said, I think that matters. I also think that the people who are claiming that they are in contact, direct contact with Ronnie and Cindy Watts, are lying. I said it. I'm sorry. My opinion. I do. I think they're lying. The stories they're telling, sorry. All you have to do is look at old videos and you'll see all the same crap right out there. Hang on a minute. I'm taking a sip of my hot coffee. Man, that's good. And the weather's perfect here too. And my dog had his ride this morning in the car, which he loves. What a nice morning. So anyway, okay, let's get back to this shitstorm. Let's see. The fact that these people are telling stories like they have the inside scoop, when their scoops sound to me like they're scoops of shit. Makes me really step back and wonder, are any of them even talking with her? There was one audio clip just the other day that was posted where you couldn't even hear Cindy talk. You could kind of barely make out a voice, right? And yeah, okay, maybe it sounded kind of like her. Do you believe that was Cindy Watts? Why couldn't we hear it loudly and clearly? Why was it so faint? And why, if you study the language patterns and the syntax, didn't that audio clip match Cindy Watts' natural voice? Interesting. So here's a question for the scumbag attackers. Or I'm sorry, here's a question for the people who are claiming that they're in direct contact with Cindy Watts and that she's their friend and that they're advocating for her to have it good, even though many of them have spent nearly 3 years absolutely harassing, attacking, and slandering her. Here's the question. Has Cindy Watts sent you a gift yet? And if so, what was the gift? I'm just curious. Now, on to other matters. Well, I guess before I hop off of that topic, I'll just make it very clear. If Cindy Watts is not okay with that audio clip, then she would have told me long before now. In fact, that's not the story I'm getting at all. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those scumbag attackers might not be hearing from Cindy's daughter that she isn't pleased with it, because I don't think Cindy's daughter is pleased with that audio. You know, Cindy's daughter, the person who is in direct contact with scumbag attackers.